$89,400 was invested at a bank for 12 years at 4% per annum compound interest. Determine the total in the account at the end of the period. Total at the end can be found by using A, which is equal to P1 plus R over 100. And you're going to raise this to the N, where P is our principal, which is 89,400. T is our time. So N is the time in years. So in this case, it's 12 years. R is our rate, and that's 4%. What we're going to do is to substitute this in the compound interest formula. So P, which is 89400. Then we're going to add 1 plus 4 over 100. And we're going to raise this to the 12. What we want to do is just to work this out. So we're going to take this part, divide this by 100. So 4 divided by 100 plus 1 will give us 1.04. And we're raising this to the 12. So we could put this on our calculator easily. So 89,400, we want to multiply that by 1.04, and we're raising that to the 12th power. It's going to give us a total of 143,132.28. So this is the amount at the end of the entire period. Now, what this does, right, it makes the second question way more accessible and easier to flow with. So as you could see for the second question, what we're going to do for the B part here, it says the total compound interest. So we're going to look at that total compound interest. In other words, what is the total compound interest over the 12 years? This can be found by taking A and we're going to subtract P. In other words, the total at the end that we had, which is 143,132.28. And we're going to subtract what we started with, which is 89,400. We're looking at 53,732.28. So that's the amount of compounded interest that we got over that period. And what we're looking at is this. It says an equipment depreciated at a rate of 9% per annum. If the equipment was valued at 25,650, determine the value of the equipment after 7 years. That's the A part. The B part is we want to know the total money depreciated. All right, so let us work out the A part. The A part asks us for the value of the equipment after 7 years. So I'm just going to look. If we want to find the value of the 7 years, let's list the things that we got from the question. One, we have the P, which is what we started with, and this is our 25,650. We got R, which is the rate, and that is 9% per annum. We also got N, the time, which is 7 years. Now, what is the formula for depreciation? It is a compound interest formula, but instead of adding, we are actually going to subtract. For example, we have A, which is the amount at the end, is equal to P, open bracket, 1 minus R over 100 raised to the N. We use subtraction in this formula because the value is going down. We are depreciating. So with that said, all we're going to do now is just to substitute what we have. For example, P, which is the principal, which is 25,650. 1 minus R over 100. R is 9. We're going to put this over 100. And then we're going to raise this to the 7. What we do have here is 25,650. And then when we divide 9 by 100 and minus, we take that from 1, we're going to have 0.91 raised to the 7. So the next step is just to calculate what's going on. So the calculator at work, 25,650 times 0.91, and this is raised to 7, right? So what we really have here, the value of this equipment has become 13,254.92. So this is the value after that 7-year period. Now, let us look at the B part to the question, because that was the A part. So the B part actually want the total money depreciated. So I'm just going to say the money depreciated. The money depreciated will be simply because it got less. So we're looking at our principal, right, minus that final value. So we started with 25,650. It is now at 13,254.92. What we're looking at as the total money that was depreciated, meaning what was the amount of money that actually came off? 12,395.08. This is the amount of money that actually came off, right?